Good evening to you all. I'm really excited to see all of you here with us today. And because I knew I'm going to be so moved, I wrote my speech. A year ago, during the first session of a seminar for Holocaust survivors held at the International School for Holocaust Studies, the participants were asked to present themselves without mentioning the Holocaust. Tamara, one of the participants, stood up and said, "My name is Tamara, and I am a human being." The other participants looked at her, thinking she's playing smart, maybe a little bit too smart. 3 days later, the participants were asked to answer the question, "How did you survive?" Tamara shared her story. "I was a baby in Warsaw," she said. My father was taken to the Polish army, and my mother was left alone with me. The Germans were getting closer to Warsaw, and my mother decided to run away to the east. As we were running, the Germans took over Poland, and we were caught by German troops who put us in a detention camp for people who tried to escape to and from the east. One day, Tamara continued, her mother saw through the window of the shed they lived in German soldiers beating young Jewish boys. Her mother stood up, wore her best dress, went out and addressed the German officer in charge using Hochdeutsch. "What are you doing? Why do you beat these children?" The soldier stopped for a moment, and the officer looked at Tamara's mother and asked her, "And who are you?" She looked at him, stood proudly, and said, "I am a human being." The officer stopped the beating, sent the soldiers away, and began speaking with Tamara's mother. Since that day, he became Tamara's family protector. He made sure that they had enough food and that nobody would harm them. As long as they were there under his watchful eye, they were safe. As Tamara finished her story, one of the seminar participants stood up and said, "You just told us a beautiful story, but this is not your story. This is the story of your mother." Tamara was silent for a moment, and then she looked at him and very quietly stated, "This story runs in my blood. It's in my veins." Tamara's mother told the story to her daughter, and she carries the story on. Listening to this story made it our own, and the very basic words, "I am a human being," that may have saved Tamara and her mother suddenly gain a deeper meaning. The 6th International Conference we are opening today in Yad Vashem at the International School for Holocaust Studies focuses on the subject Teaching the Shoah, Fighting Racism and Prejudice. This topic has been raised by hundreds of teachers coming to Yad Vashem for seminars in recent years. As they teach the Holocaust to the next generation, they are the ones facing these educational challenges in their classrooms. During this conference, we will be able to share ideas and discuss with one another educational challenges and approaches in today's modern multicultural society. Over the next 3 days, we will conduct an educational dialogue between individuals who take upon themselves the responsibility for the future. We who make the decision not only to speak about the importance of education, but rather to educate in order to influence the citizens of tomorrow. It is up to us to shape the memory for the future. By joining this conference, we all declare our commitment to act alongside our shared belief that meaningful Holocaust education do make the difference. Let's do everything to ensure our heart and mind, to ensure that Tamara's mother legacy will continue to be carried in our heart and mind. And if and when our student will be asked, "Who are you?" they will proudly answer, "We are human beings." Thank you.